Okay, so today we are going to be creating a Prezi on our terrible text assignment. You're going to be using the questions that you've already answered on the first part of the terrible text document, and you're going to be turning those into a Prezi presentation. So I am by no means experienced with Prezi. I'm pretty new at it too, but I'm going to show you just kind of the basics from what I'd gathered, and you're free to kind of mess around with it yourself and discover new things. When you're ready to start, you can click on New Prezi here, or you can click on New Prezi here. Either way works. Go ahead and hit New. And it's loading. Okay, so from the beginning, they give you a handful of templates you can choose from, or you can go here to More and select a template from these options. Now, your template should kind of tie in with your project somehow. So I'm just going to kind of scroll here and look at what might be a good template to use for, in this case, a cyberbullying project. I'm just going to go ahead and use this infinity one. So once you select the one you want, click on it, and then go ahead and hit Use Template. Now this is what your canvas looks like. Now this is the entire Prezi. Because it's a template, it's pretty cool because it already has pre-selected frames that you can click on and fill out all of these areas that I'm pointing to right now. Over here on the left, you can see this is kind of the path that they are set up to take. So if this were a PowerPoint presentation, these are kind of like the different slides. So as you can see that when you are going through your presentation, this is how the things will display on the screen. You can kind of zoom in or out just by scrolling on your mouse. So you can see, as I'm doing here, you can also see the numbers of your path here. So like number 1 is, it's going to show the entire presentation as a whole. And then number 2, we can click over here to take us to the number 2 spot. Now I'm just going to put in some random stuff because just for this example. So as you can see, like I clicked on the number 2, it zoomed it to frame. So now I can just click to add text. So I'm just going to say hello. Now they have it set up to where it will look nice aesthetically, but you are free to change some of these preset colors and fonts. So you can select title, subtitle, body. You can also make it bigger. You can move it or make it larger this way or this way. You guys should know these options by now. You can change the color, bold, italicize, and you can move it from center over to left-hand justified. So that's up to you, however you want to do those things. You can also insert images. So if I wanted to go up here to insert, well, there's different things you can insert. Let's say I wanted to insert an image. You can click on the image option here. And more than likely, you're just going to search images on the web. So let's say I want to start off with a smiley face. Okay, so you can see the image of the smiley faces popped up here. Let's say I want to use this one. I just double-clicked on it, and it went ahead and put it on the canvas for me. Now, there's several things I can do with this as well. I can just click and drag it to put it where I want it. I can resize it by dragging. I can add effects to it by clicking on the effects option here. You can enhance. You can do high def. You can illuminate. You can do color fix. These are just all options you're going to have to mess around with and see what you want to use. Hit apply once you decide what you want. Oh, you can also add frames. plus and minus to make your images bigger and smaller. Okay. And then obviously if you want to delete your image, you can just hit delete here. So that's the second slide is what I'm going to call it. Let's go to the third one. You can see how it takes you all the way to the other side of the frame. Now, if you want to see as a whole what it's looking like, again, you can scroll. You can also click and drag to different parts of the canvas. Kind of makes it easy to maneuver between your different parts. But again, I think the best bet is to use your slides that are over here. Alright, so I'm going to click on number 3. It's Tuesday. Okay, some other things you can insert here. If you go back up to insert, you can do symbols and shapes. You can add YouTube videos. I'll talk about layouts in a minute. You can draw arrows, lines, highlight, background music, all of this stuff. I'm not going to go over all of that. I'm just going to do the basics today. Symbols and shapes. So once you pull up symbols and shapes, then you have these different categories: simple dark, simple white, photographic, and so on. Let's say I'm going to click on cute, and you can see the different options here that come up for you to use. So let's say I'm going to use, I don't know, this car here. Again, I can double click, and there it appears. And you can do multiple things too if you want. Just make sure whatever you use, it does have something to do with your project. Don't just add random images because they're cute. Alright, now let's say if you look, we go to number 4. I want to highlight the actual frame, and so you should be able to highlight the frame by clicking on it at some place. Again, when it's highlighted, you will see this box appear. You can hit zoom to frame just so it's kind of easier for you to edit. But again, it's giving me problems selecting the frame. Let me try this again. There we go. You can change the shape of the frame if you want. Right here where it says frame options, you can select a bracket. You can select a rectangle. Or you can have an invisible frame. That is up to you if you want to make those changes. If you want to delete any frames, you can do that. So for example, let's say I didn't need my number 7. I can click on that one. Again, I am going to attempt to highlight it by clicking on it. There we go. And then you can, once it's highlighted like this, you can just hit backspace, and that will delete the frame. Some other things you can do, you can edit the path. So let's say for some reason I decided to add another frame. Okay, so you can go up here, you can change your frames here, or I just like to keep it as a circle for now. You can hit the plus sign. Alright, so by default, that is going to be the last frame in your presentation. But let's say that you forgot a slide somewhere within, you had to add it at the end, now you need to insert it somewhere else. Let's say you need to insert it between 8 and 9. You can just actually drag and drop these. So let's say for 13, I want it between 8 and 9. I can go up and just drag and drop it between 8 and 9, and it will renumber your path for you. Alright, when you're ready, or you just want to check out how it's looking, you can go up here to the present button. You can hit present. And then it will walk you through your path. So you're going to use these arrows down here. So this is the first path. Use your arrow. You can see this takes you to your first slide. And then we're going to go to number 2. And I'm just keep hitting the arrow. And then I didn't fill out the whole thing because we don't have enough time. But you can see how it will take you throughout the path of your presentation. And then if you want to escape or exit out of this full screen mode, you can just hit the escape key, and it'll take you back to your presentation. Again, you're going to want to get familiar with the scroll on your mouse, scrolling with the little wheel there, that's because it makes it easier to navigate. over to this arrow, and when you hover over it, it says share. So you're going to want to hit share, and then go to share Prezi. And you can see right here it says you can view and edit, anyone can view with the link below. So you're going to hit copy link. And see how it said copied. If you hit that, copied. So then you're going to go to Edmodo and you're going to paste that link into the terrible text assignment, just kind of like you do when you turn in a Google Doc. Same thing. Okay, and that should be it. Good luck with your first Prezi.